The Drop with Frank and Brian is officially brought to you by Switch Suspension. Switch Suspension specializes in all vehicle chassis components. Lift kits, lowering kits, air ride suspension, wheels, tires, steering, and brake upgrades. They use all the best products from the best brands. And these guys are truck guys. You roll into their parking lot at the shop and they all drive custom vehicles. So they use their products that they sell on their own vehicles. So if you guys are looking for anything for your vehicles, whether you're just starting out or you just need some replacement parts or whatever, give them a call or visit their website, switchsuspension.com.
Just want to let you guys know that we're announcing our next giveaway. We're giving away another Acura E-Level kit. Big thanks to Acura for getting with us on this giveaway. All you got to do is either go to livelifecustom.com or grinder-tv.com, and every $5 spent, you get one entry into the draw. Enjoy this week's episode.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it's good. Well,
Welcome to the compound.
welcome to
This
the
is the first time
compound.
that we've done this here.
I just realized that I'm all, this is definitely something a lot different than we're normally used to. Because it's either you're in your office, I'm in my office,
Yeah.
or we're in your office together. This is all brand new.
This is brand new.
This is all brand new. So now you know that the compound is just a remote island somewhere. It's not. Everything I said is a lie.
The security guard was nice. He let me in when I gave him the secret password.
Mm-hmm. The gate man.
The gate manager.
It's like some gated community.
Yeah.
Well, like I play it up like I live on like this like desolate big piece of property. Turns out I just live in some gated community.
I know. It's all super fancy.
Yeah, I know.
This
But
is
no.
weird. This is weird because I can't get my feet under the the desk.
that is kind of weird.
But then I feel if I put my feet over this, I'll just rip this whole desk down when I move.
Yeah, that would also be a thing. But I think everything's good.
It's recording.
So, yeah, everything's
Recording.
It's got the red box around it. Recording. You're recording over here.
We're in focus. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's in focus.
You can see the little. Okay.
The little box. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so we're here. We're sitting here at the compound. We just came back from a pretty neat event.
Yes.
Yeah. Which one? Okay, I guess I'll describe it.
Wait, we should. I have the email of like how to describe it.
Okay.
It's or do I have it, or did I delete it? I think I might have. Oh, here it is. Okay, it was called. Wait. It was called the RCC Automotive Networking Event, which RCC is Riverside Community College, which that is the community college in Riverside.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And our friend Angelina, who's the wife of Eric in our club,
Yep.
who maybe our listeners will know know him as Handsome Eric.
Yeah.
That's Handsome Eric's wife, beautiful Angelina, as some other people have said. She is the head of the automotive department at RCC.
We should have her on here one day.
We should. Yeah, definitely.
She is used to being on YouTube video. Like
She
I don't know
is.
if she's used to being on something this small.
I know, right? She's used to being on.
I feel like I'm like you're sitting up and I'm not.
Well, yeah, that's because I can.
Yeah, get down to my level.
that would better. Now I feel like a tiny child.
I'm like this.
Right. You get comfortable. Maybe if you like pick it up a little bit.
I don't know.
That's this one right here.
No, hold on. There.
There. That's good.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So our friend Angelina is the head of the automotive department at RCC.
And we kind of already talked about this a little bit.
We did, but it's worth going over again.
No, I mean just like the community college, like how important community colleges are.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Versus like a for-profit, quote unquote, university type thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or like a trade school. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, more. But when I say trade school, I'm not like down talking the trade. It's some of the trade schools are very like for-profit driven.
Yeah.
Instead of like to actually help.
Yeah. Which this is not. It's a local community college.
Yep.
Which you told me earlier you actually went to.
Yeah.
In your youth.
Yeah, my youth.
To attend classes.
I took. I forgot what it is even called. Like law classes, but like more like to be like not law enforcement, like lawyer, but like
almost like a parole officer.
not a parole officer. No, just like to study the law, like what the law was.
Interesting. Yeah, I never. You know what? You mentioned that. I never even asked what you were actually doing there.
Nothing.
Studying. Nothing.
Then
just
they
messing
they were
around.
like, we got to like midterms or something, and then like I had to do stuff, and I just never went back. I was like, I just want to like tell me cool stuff. I don't actually want to like do stuff in return.
Yeah.
No, I get that. Were you like you're probably like me. You weren't much of like a school person, you know, taking tests and doing all that. I was not that person.
No.
But that actually is a good point to like what Angelina's department is hers is a trade. It's automotive.
Yeah.
They I can't speak to exactly what they teach and stuff like that, but it's an automotive department.
Yeah. Well, then they also are in ties. Like there was people from Audi there. Did you see those like suit and tie guys? Mm-hmm. Like they were from Audi.
Angelina's worked really hard on that. She has a really good relationship with like dealerships in the area.
Yeah.
Because her whole goal is to take kids who are interested in working in the field and put them in careers, in jobs.
Yes.
And that's what today was like kind of really about. Was showing them all of these opportunities that exist within the automotive industry.
Yes.
And that's sort of like why we were there. Which at first we're always very like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Yeah, because we say professionals, success, all this stuff. And it's just like, but there was so many like students coming up and asking about like, photography and videos and
it was
like
really cool.
All that stuff. And that's part of this whole thing too. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not just being a mechanic or whatever, you know what I mean? Like working in it, like it's there's more to the automotive world than just that. Mm-hmm. And we didn't talk about you. Did we talk? Oh, we did talk about you when you went to the high school.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last episode. Yeah.
Okay.
And like that for me, because they're only a week apart. I did that last week, and it was really interesting for me to show the contrast between those two experiences.
Yeah.
And I was saying in last week's episode, I think it was last week's episode, how the kids weren't. I'm not saying anything against the kids. It was just a different like age group.
Yeah.
So talking to those really young high school students was an experience because they were very like they were listening really well. So they were listening to everything I had to say, but they weren't very like engaging. You know, whether it be like because they were kind of shy or whatever. But these college students who are adults, basically, you know, they're basically adults, or older young adults, I guess you would say. They were super engaging.
Yeah.
Like anybody who walked up to our booth wanted to know what we were about, which kind of is funny.
They weren't on assignment basically.
Exactly. Yeah. These other kids, the high school kids were like, they were there because they had to be there.
Yeah.
You know, to a degree because it's like an elective class, but you know, you get the sentiment about it. But no, yeah, today was great, but it did take us just like it had, because we did the same event in 2019.
Yes.
Right before the whole thing popped off. And even back then, we still had to like figure out exactly, because like people, it's funny, like these kids would come up to us and be like, "What do you do?" And we're like, "Well, okay, it's kind of complicated," but it took us a while to settle in to say that, like, so a kid would come up, and I don't want to say kid because they're not really kids. They're just
kids to us.
They're kids to us, which is another funny thing
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that. So a young person would come up and say, "What do you guys do?" And finally we settled in like, well, we produce YouTube videos, we produce podcasts, we do photography, and we sell merch. Yeah. Like that's sort of like what we do, I guess. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, that is what we do. And then we had I don't want to say the opposite end of the spectrum or whatever, but we had a very successful YouTube channel next to us. Mm-hmm. Not saying that we're not successful. But
different like space, different.
It was Donut Media, and if you guys aren't familiar, go look at them. But they produce. I mean, they're basically a production company.
Right. Exactly.
They're probably like 2 levels above us when it comes to production.
Oh yeah, I'd say that's a pretty accurate assessment. Yeah.
Like it's one of those things where we could do that same thing too, if we, wanted to.
Right.
But yeah, so that was pretty cool to kind of just, when you see YouTubers on YouTube and then when you see them in real life, it's just kind of like I don't know.
It is kind of weird. No, I wonder if people feel that way about us too. Like they watch all of our videos and then they finally meet us in person. That must be an experience like similar.
Yeah, probably, because you're watching someone on their computer, your phone, your TV, and then you meet them in person or you see them. And I don't know what I was expecting when I saw their booth, but
we were kind of expecting a little more. Not to talk crap about the Donut Media guys. We're not saying that, but I definitely expected more, because like we were like, what do we do to represent what we do?
Yeah.
So we settled on having and you took like some video clips and stuff, right? So we settled on a table with our laptops playing some videos, a shirt, and a couple cameras, just to give kind of a loose idea. So I was expecting them to like
They had a raffle going on.
Yeah, they had.
So you go up and fill your... Anyways, enough about them.
Yeah, enough about them.
Yeah, this is about us.
We were just saying that we were posted up next to these guys, and I wonder how they handled that. Like, I'm just gonna keep on like talking about it. But if a kid went up to them and said like, "What do you guys do?" I guess they would say, "Well, we're an automotive YouTube channel."
I heard a little bit about. They were kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
kind of the same thing. The biggest question I got from anyone was, "How do I start this? How do I begin? How do I I like taking photos for fun, or I like doing this for fun, but how do I make it? How do I make it a job?" Mm-hmm. Which is it's a fair question because
yeah, and I think the when someone would ask me that question, it's we were talking about this earlier, like it's a kind of a little contrived way to say it, but it's like, just start doing something. Just start creating something, And then, because once you decide you're actually going to create something, then you can do all of the work to make that work or be successul, you know. But the first thing you have to do is decide like, okay, I'm either going to make t-shirts or I'm going to create content, and then use that starting point, you know. So that was sort of like both what we kind of came to the conclusion on is like how, when a kid asks like, how do you get started into doing it? But I think, like I said, I think what we were offering was just like, if a young person is sitting in the automotive program and they're like thinking about like, what can I do with this, what I'm learning? How can I apply it to what I like? Yeah. We offer to like, well, you don't necessarily have to turn wrenches or be a painter or be a fabricator. There are other spaces to fill in this industry.
Yes.
And we talked about it kind of like last episode too, talking about how like, every industry needs graphic designers. Yeah. Every industry needs like social media worker. Is that the right way to say it?
Like a social media person on the job, like like a marketing director. Or something?
Social media director. That'd make the most sense. The way to say it.
I'm trying to look at my volume levels because I don't want to like do this. I want to like sit back a little bit, but I can't because my like feet. I need the desk to be here.
I know this is like a one sort of like.
We have a table in the trailer that's perfect size for this, but so if I'm fidgeting around. If you're watching this and I'm fidgeting around, that's why, because I can't get comfortable.
Oh, and this is my space. I feel very comfortable.
I know. I feel like I'm being interviewed.
Yeah, I know. I don't necessarily feel that in your office, but okay. So tell me about yourself, Brian.
I know. But no, it was really fun. It was cool. There was definitely a couple of times. There was one time where a kid came up, and I keep saying kids, but I'm just going to keep saying kids.
Yeah, that's fine.
There was definitely a time when a kid came up and he asked you, like, when did you start doing this? And you're like, oh, like 2003. And he said, that's when I was born.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I could be your dad. I might be your dad. No, kidding.
And then there was like one kid that was talking to us about his Mustang, and we found out that there's a certain year range Mustangs that are called New Edge.
Mm-hmm. He kept on referring to it as a New Edge
Mustang, like 96 to 99 or something like that.
Yeah.
I never heard that in my life.
Me neither. I was just rolling with it. I was like, yeah, sure.
I was trying to dissect what he was talking about. I know, you were like... I was very involved, like into like, why are you talking this way?
Yeah, because he would say something, you're like, hold on, no, let's go back to the Edge thing. What does that mean?
And I'm not around young kids, teenagers, 18, 19, 20-year-olds ever. Mm-hmm. Like there's no reason for me to be around that age group. Mm-hmm. But Eric, who's in our club, who works there, he doesn't.
Because he's also, we forgot to mention that Eric is also a teacher there. He teaches in the auto body
and paint.
Yeah.
So I remember one time he told me, he said, I don't understand what they're saying. Mm-hmm. He goes, they'll say stuff, and he'll go, whoa. What did you say?
Yeah.
Like, what was that term? Like, and he wants to learn the stuff because he wants to know what they're it's like learning a new language.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then, because we were talking about that there, and because Eric was saying that, and I'm like, well, it kind of like applies to what we say too. Like, what does dope mean?
Well, yeah, I'm sure when like our grandparents started hearing us say, that's sick.
And they're like,
who's sick? Is there, do you need some medicine?
Or that's dope. Like, what, you're doing dope?
Yeah. What are some other terms that started to come around in the 90s that were...
I still use... My kid gets on me about using tight. I'm like,
that's tight. I like tight.
Yeah, and she's like, don't do that. Don't
really?
say that. But then she said, well, it's tight one time. I'm all, wait, what?
Is it just because you're older, you're the dad, so don't say that?
Maybe, probably. But I do that same thing. Like, I try to learn their like little languages and stuff like that. and like try to like interject it sometimes into our little conversations.
I know.
But, and it bleeds over because I start doing it with you guys too. Like I'll start talking to you guys using some of those words, and you guys are like, "What the?"
Yeah, you'll be like, "We're gonna go cop this thing." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Cop I've been using for a long time.
Yeah,
cop I've been using for a long time. I guess one that you were kind of like,
the fin.
Well, yeah, okay.
I didn't know that was a real thing.
That is a real thing.
I just thought it was just like a cool shortened term.
Yeah, because what I would do is I would record like a day of doing something, and then when I put the truck back in the garage as I'm closing the thing, I say fin.
Yeah.
But that's only because like old silent movies used to do that at the end, and like especially like foreign films. So like that's where I got it from. But you thought I was like,
I thought it was just trying to be cool.
Finish to fin.
I was like, just type the rest of the word out.
The one that you caught me on, but also another time was flick. I say, hey, you want to flick up?
Yeah. I'm like, what?
You're like, what does that mean? And that was a straight ripoff from like young people's social media. So, and I just found myself saying that. But yeah, to take a picture, you want to flick up? We'll take a picture.
Yeah, I'm all look. I have crossed the line. I have crossed the hill of like being officially like I don't feel like an old man,
right?
But now certain things bother me like an old man.
Okay,
and I don't know it, and I try not to let it bother me, but at the same time, I think that's just the way it is now.
I wonder if, because like you said, like you don't have no reason to be around young people, but I have two kids. I have one teenager and one preteen. So like for me, it like it doesn't I guess it doesn't make sense necessarily, but like you said, you don't feel like, oh, this is what I was gonna say. Sorry, I like lost track of my head for a second, but. You said you don't feel like an old man.
Yeah.
I do, because I'm around these two young people who are learning new things and coming up with new stuff. So I feel very old. But it's like our two different perspectives. You don't have like something to like bounce it off of, I guess. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because I feel like an old dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they're just the young.
Because they're so young and they're learning all these new things, and
you have to be a dad around them and like I noticed like this morning when you were getting ready, like you were telling them what to do. Like you're like, I don't have that in my house. So like it's, I don't know. It's just a different thing.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of, I never really thought of that perspective, but yeah, definitely. Huh. But back to the RCC thing. It was definitely cool. I find myself, I really enjoy doing that. And I hope I find myself in a position to do that more.
Yeah.
You know, I hope that like, with doing this thing at the high school and doing this and like kind of like putting it out there that I'm wanting to, that maybe other people will approach me, because I would love to go talk to people or talk to, students about, the screen printing process or whatever, know, it's just, I don't know. I don't know.
I want to get Angelina on here. Eric and Angelina, but more because, and I don't even know if she'll open up about this, because about the like, universities versus and trade schools versus community colleges.
Oh, I think she would 100%. Angelina has some very strong opinions about things.
She does, but I don't know if publicly she can say certain things.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Angelina. Did she listen? I don't even know if she listens.
I don't know.
Yeah, she probably doesn't listen.
Probably not. She has a real job, and
I know,
little kid.
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah. That was another funny thing today. Listening to Eric talk about his small child, because he's got like a baby. Or toddler or whatever. And then from my perspective, he's showing us this video of the stuff she's doing. And then I have to diffuse a situation where there's like a miscommunication on the bus schedule.
Oh, yeah.
It's just weird how things change. And like, his thing is like, she's like getting more mobile and I'm like chasing her around and stuff. And I don't know what to do. I'm like, yeah, wait till like she's somewhere else and I'm 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Or an hour away or whatever. And now my kid is like on the wrong bus.
Yeah.
Like that's a whole nother set of problems. But yeah, so the with having kids is like the I don't want to say problems, but the what's a good way to say it? The trials, the things you go through evolve. When my kids were really young, I used to tell myself like, if only they could like walk, so I don't have to like carry them all the time. Right? And then they start walking and then they start getting into things and they're like, if they can only just understand to not get into things. Well, fast forward now, and now I'm like, if they can like just make good decisions when they're out, but like, it's ever evolving. It never stops.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a good time. Mm-hmm. And I hope, we're definitely going to be able to do it again. And if you're in the Southern California area, Inland Empire area, and your kid or you, I don't know if is there an age limit to like
Community college?
Yeah, there's not.
No, there's that show Community, remember?
No.
You never saw the show Community?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it was on NBC, and it was about just like a community college and like the eclectic group of people that attend this college. And you got like young people, you had like an old, like Chevy Chase is in it. And
Yeah.
He's like 60 something years old or 70 something. So it just shows you like this eclectic mix of people. So I don't think you could be whatever age and go down there.
Well, if you're looking to get into automotive, look up the automotive department at Riverside Community College.
Yeah. And Angelina has worked so hard to get that to where it is. You know, because she, not to get into specifics, but she was a high school teacher, and then she was doing stuff at the college, and then now, I think it's safe to say that she does have that department, you know, and she has put in so much work. I said earlier that she works really closely with the dealerships and stuff. Yeah. And it's her goal to get these kids into jobs.
That's the biggest difference between her program and quote unquote trade school program, because they will make it seem like you're going to get this job right off the bat, but you're not promised anything. I mean, you're not promised anything, but the pathway to into the dealerships and all that stuff is good through her program.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. She's put a lot of work into it, and you can tell everything looked cool too. Like they had all the easy ups, like they provided all the easy ups, and all the easy ups had said RCC or Riverside Community College. Everything looked really nice. Everything looked really organized. There was a bunch of different people there. There was us, there was Donut, but there was also we're going to talk about that, an exhaust.
We'll just say it right now. There was an Wicked Flow Performance Exhaust. I never heard of them, but they're local to the Riverside area. San Bernardino, he said. And they were there. They were set up. Him and his dad, family-owned business.
Yeah, so his dad started the company, and then now he's taken over and running it. And they had some really cool products, all different types of exhausts.
Yeah, so I don't know. I've never heard of them.
Yeah, me neither.
But they seemed like a good.
Yeah, and do they manufacture all their stuff here?
I think so.
Yeah, so it's like an American.
I think so.
Company.
Don't quote me on that. I don't know anything about it.
Well, that's true. We could be
wrong, lying.
We could be lying. I think I'm going to make a bold assumption that they do, that they create their own products here.
Wouldn't it say it right on this?
It might.
Made in China. No, I have no idea.
I'm really bad at names, but I remember the dude's name.
Daniel.
Yep, it was Daniel. Yeah,
it was. And we met a Frank today. He was
we saw this older guy, and then he was like said something about our videos, and
he was a custodian.
Oh, is that what he was?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't understand that. I thought he was a mechanic.
No.
Oh,
maybe he was.
Maybe I don't know. But he was like wearing a Buc-ee's hat, and his name was Frank. And he said something about he said he liked the shirt I had on display. I had the Good Vibe shirt. He said, I like your shirt. And I was like, I like your hat. And then you're
because he had a Buc-ee's hat.
Yeah. And then you're like, oh, you like his name too. And he was Frank.
It was Frank.
So, yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to. I didn't tell Chelsea we were recording a podcast and she's texting me and I'm ignoring her.
No, that's
so I'm going to tell her. I'm going to send her a picture of us recording a podcast. Dead air, dead air, dead air. Dead air.
It's fine.
Ready?
Yep.
So now she'll hear this and go back to this and remember it.
Yeah. So remember that photo.
Remember when I was dead air on the podcast? It's because I was...
Well, I'm just getting texts from Devin over at Bio because that's where the Forerunners at.
Oh, yeah. How's that going?
It seems to be working. So did I talk about this in the last episode? I didn't. So, the Forerunner and putting gas in it is such a pain.
Something so simple.
It's been the bane of my existence ever since the truck was conceived, basically. It actually has been, because when I first got it, it was still, it's still on the stock frame, but it still had the stock gas tank in the back. And the way they did it was they just stuck it in between the frame rails and took the filler neck and put it just through the floor. And so when I fill it up, I'd have to roll down the back window and fill it up, but it was like all stock. So, but still, if you spilled any gas, the inside would smell like gas. So realistically, this gas problem has had, since the inception of this truck, it's had a gas thing. So anyway, the people listening know that, I took it down to Bio to fix some other issues with the gas tank, and they did. It fixed it, but there was some venting issues still. So they took it back and they figured that all out. And Devin hits me up last night and he's like, all right, well, it looks like we got all the gas stuff figured out, but now it won't run. I was like, okay. At first he thought it was a fuel pump. Maybe went out, but it wasn't. It ended up being because it's got like a K&N intake on it, which is like the filter and like a hard intake tube. Ugh. But between that intake tube and the throttle body, there's like a rubber, hose with emission stuff in it. Well, that rubber hose had torn, so it's just sucking air, and just causing all sorts of ruckus. But it's fixed. He says it's running great. Everything seems good. Yeah.
So you're gonna pick it up on Saturday?
I'll pick it up Saturday before the club party.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, work that all out. And so that's the other thing. So you're in town for a little while. That's why you're sitting there. You came out for the RCC thing. You were out doing a photo shoot yesterday.
Yep.
Came down here. Tomorrow, we're going to do another podcast with a guest.
And for anyone wondering, little Brian, if you're watching this, I'm not texting. I'm looking for questions for our...
Did he say something?
Oh, yeah. He got on me on for the Carlos.
Oh, he did?
For Cali Boy. He's like, I can't believe you were texting during the thing.
That's funny.
So I'm gathering questions.
Okay.
For later on in the show.
Yeah. For when we run out of things to talk about.
I'm scrolling TikTok.
That's okay. You're sharing it with other people while we're just sitting here talking. What was it? It was talking about the 400. Yeah. So No. We're talking about how now. So tomorrow we're gonna do another podcast with another guest, and then you're taking a little personal vacation type thing Friday.
Yeah, I left my house yesterday at 8:30 in the morning, drove to St. George, Utah, shot a truck, and then drove south. It was funny. I went from Arizona to Nevada to Arizona to Utah to Arizona to Nevada to California.
That's funny.
Yeah.
How long was the trip from there to here?
4.5 hours.
Oh, okay.
And it was 6.5 hours from my house to Utah.
Oh, wow.
So I was on the road for like a long time. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired.
You look a little tired.
It always sounds like a good idea. Because whenever I leave, I'm like, I want to do the most amount of things in a trip. Like, I don't want to go again. You know what I mean? And especially like shooting a car, or doing shoots and stuff like that. I just want to get like I did that one to California. I did like 4 photo shoots, in one trip, and then I'm done. It's like these podcasts. Like when we do guests, it's like, how many can we get done in a day?
Right. Because we want to maximize our time.
Yeah. So we're done. You know what I mean? In a thing. So speaking of that, we need to, after this, we'll figure out when you can come out to Arizona.
Okay.
And do a set of podcasts.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then Saturday is our club Christmas party. I'm so stoked for that. I finally saw my gift that I had made, which was awesome. Our buddy Donald.
Oh yeah.
Put that together.
Yes.
Yeah, it's super cool. Have you seen yours yet?
What's today? We can put our pictures of our gifts on this podcast.
Oh yeah, we can because it's coming out Monday.
It's coming out Monday. So right here, I can't tell you. I know what your gift is.
I know. But
you showed me you messed up. You don't know what mine is.
I don't. Okay, so
you can talk about yours.
I can talk about mine because
All right.
So Donald, because I hit up Donald because like we'll just talk about it again. We talked about our club Christmas party and we tried to do these like unique gifts and stuff. And so I was like thinking about like I've done a variety of things. I've done one time I took some fold up chairs and I screen printed the logo on the back. I've made coffee cups and put together like this neat little like coffee set. I've done banners, like you can't see the one behind you, but it's like the club logo with a California flag in it with all the California chapters on it. So I've done a few things, but this time I'm like, I'm gonna like, and then I did the boob thing that we were talking about last episode, which was awesome. So I hit up our buddy Donald, who was on the podcast. Go listen to that episode. It's a good episode. He does
Fun with woodworking.
So I told him I want to do something that's a mix of woodworking and because he's also into 3D printing and 3D printing. So what he came up with is a chess set. So it's a box with the club logo on it. And I don't know if you, it was like you were driving so you didn't see it, but it's actually, and you'll see it in this photo, it has a club logo at the top and it's like from the 30-year artwork and it says 30th and it has all the chapters on the bottom.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. It's like a neat little detail. So it's this box with that on. You open the box and it's got all the chess pieces. And then separately is a chessboard. And on the black squares of the chessboard is the Triple F logo.
Yours is way better than mine.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to put mine here.
Yeah. Which I don't know.
Which you don't know.
I don't know. Dude, I'm so stoked because you said that, a lot of people, because like you and I, we both sort of I don't know if it's the right way to say it, but we kind of hold the keys to like all of the vectored logos and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Between you and I, we have like all of them. So when people set out to do a project, they'll usually hit up either one of us for the logo. So we kind of have an idea on who's working on stuff.
Your gift is awesome. I know another gift that's really cool because I kind of helped get that one in place. And so yeah, I'm really like stoked for this.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna
stoked.
turn into something big. Like, I don't know if anyone else is listening in clubs that do Christmas parties, but I wonder if their gifts are the same. Like, is it very, because a lot of Christmas white elephant gift exchanges.
I was about to say this. Yeah,
are like funny joke stuff.
Right.
But then we started noticing people putting time into these things. Not necessarily a lot of money, a lot of money, but not really a lot more creativity. And I was like, oh, everyone should do that.
Yeah.
So now this is the first year where we've actually said it. But I think now the people that might bring gifts but that didn't think about it too much are going to go, oh, I get what we're doing here.
Right.
So next year is going to be even better.
So if this inspires other clubs to do this, we want to see the gifts.
Yeah. So, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because that'll give us ideas too. If you're a club, if you're doing Christmas gifts for your club or White Elephant, send us photos.
Yeah,
I want to see the ideas. We've seen Christmas tree ornaments and all that stuff, and now a chess game.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, chess set. So you can be kind of like.
And that wasn't your. Was that?
That was not. That was the only thing I told him. I said I wanted to do something that involves woodworking and 3D printing. Whatever you do, because Donald is so creative anyway.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't really need direction. I just said make something cool, which is kind of funny because I hate when people do that to me.
Oh, I know.
they're like, I'm all, what do you want the shirt to look like? I don't know.
I don't make something cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But I really trusted Donald to do that because sometimes he thinks like, I want a chess set.
But the funniest part is, right, so since you didn't tell him what to do, you just said make something cool. While we were driving from RCC today up here, you saw it for the first time.
I did.
And you opened your phone. All right, fine. No, we're talking. Okay. This is so funny.
Okay.
You opened your phone and you were like, is it just this? And I'm like driving. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're like, it's just a box. You like had a little mini freak out.
I did. And Donald's listening for sure.
Yeah.
So Donald, because like his messages didn't, I think maybe he was in a bad area, not with good reception, so they were coming in slow. They didn't all come in at once. So I wanted it to be a surprise for me. I wanted to pick it up and be surprised myself, but the way it's all working out, because I'm not going to make it down there, you're going to pick it up for me. So it's like, I want to see this thing. Like, can you send me a picture? So he sends me a picture, and then it's just this one picture, and it's just the box with the logo on it, and I'm like, so is it just a box? And I'm like, my heart kind of sunk a little bit. My brain kind of went into like, I'm like, oh, now I need to figure out what to put in this box. Like, if it's just the box, then I need to figure out something to put in the box. And I kind of like, I'm like, oh no. And then I told you that. But then like
more pictures.
A couple like 20 seconds later, another picture came in. And I was like, oh, there's something in it. And then I couldn't quite make out what it was. I was like, well, there's something in it. And then another picture came in with the chess pieces set up on the board. I'm like, oh, it's a chess set. That's awesome.
Crisis averted.
Crisis averted, because now I'm thinking I have 3 days to figure out what to put in this box.
Also, another funny story is Ray from San Diego was out in Phoenix visiting. Or not visiting, working. And he ended up staying an extra day for the Severed show. And he had messaged me on Wednesday and said, hey, man, I'm in town. And I was like, cool, I'll see you at the Severed show. He's like, hey, can you bring me some of the extra 30-year posters? Because we had posters made with our 30-year artwork on it. And I said, yeah, I got a bunch of them. So he gets Severed. I was like, I forgot him.
Oh, no.
I was like, I'll bring him to San Diego to Joey, and you can get him from Joey.
Oh, there you go.
I forgot him.
Oh, gee. I was going to say, all this is going to work out perfect. No, it did not.
No, I don't know if Ray listens to this or not, but sorry, man. I'll get him to you.
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
Yeah. Well, it happens sometimes.
Yeah. It's because I didn't put him on my list. Yeah.
But no, I'm excited for the party. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to see everybody. Do we have some SunCal people coming down?
I don't know.
Sometimes they just kind of show up and it's a surprise. Like Patty and Danny usually come down, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see them.
Yeah.
But like Jose and Erica came down. Like I said, Jose Erica, like it's one person.
Erica.
Erica Jose. They came. Did they come down last year? I can't remember. I think they did.
Anyway.
It'll be fun.
Whatever.
RCC podcasts,
Christmas
parties. What else?
I don't
That's
know.
it.
I'm tired.
Yeah, you look tired. Hey, you're like, did you not get good rest last night or something?
I did, but I freaking was just all day on the road yesterday. I just think it wiped me out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait till Sunday.
Well, you want to answer a couple questions? Where are we at? Where are we at right now?
We're at 35 minutes.
Oh, perfect. So let's do a couple questions.
Let's do the drop. Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Ready, go.
Am I gonna hear it?
No.
Oh, no.
Drop in. Drop. I dropped
It's going, though. All right. It's going.
Drop it!
All right.
Okay.
It's done.
Welcome to the drop. On the drop. With the drops.
All right. Rhino 620. When designing shirts, do you prefer the big design on the front or on the back?
It's a good question. It's evolved over time. When I first started making designs and printing shirts and stuff, like I come from an era of like skateboarding that was like the late 90s, which everything was a front print. Everything was center chest, front print, and it was all the skateboard brands did that. And so when I first started coming up with designs, that's kind of what I naturally went to, and I still kind of do. And then what's funny is this kind of funny, and this shows you how things evolve, right? When we first started and we were doing those types of designs, we thought about like, well, maybe we should do something on the back, but we called them old man in and out shirts because that's how In and Out does all their shirts. They put all the art on the back and a little thing. And we were like, no, we're not going to do that. And fast forward to now, I'm like, man, this is really nice. I do like it on the back.
That's because you're an old man now.
Because I'm an old man now.
You're an In and Out guy.
Oh man.
I'm always instead of a Tundra, let's go look at Corvettes for you.
Well, I mean,
the new Corvettes.
Yeah, those are sick. Those are sick. I mean, like you don't have to convince me on that one. But lately I've been liking the big prints on the back with a small pocket on the front, just because like this is gonna sound really weird, but I'm gonna put it out there anyway. It's because like a lot of the shirts that we make, I want it to make like a statement, you know?
Yeah.
And then sometimes when you put it on the back, you kind of feel walking around like people are like looking at you and they're like looking at it and you're making a statement kind of thing. I'm the opposite. I like stuff on the front. So when I wish I could do more stuff on the front, but sometimes it feels heavy. Like the shirt's heavy on the front. Like, that's true.
Like it's a blank back. It's almost like it's weird, you know, because stuff has evolved to the back now. But when I first started noticing t-shirts was band shirts like in the early 90s, big Red Hot Chili Pepper shirts.
That's true.
Like all that stuff, it was all in the front. And then, skateboarding and Famous Stars and Straps kept it on the front, and then it kind of evolved to the back.
It kind of, went through this weird evolution where it was like always on the front, but then it was like always on the front, and then like a little tiny thing on the back, like usually at the nape of the neck. Like that was really popular throughout the mid 2000s, and then it kind of just flipped. Like, okay, big thing on the back, small pocket on the front. But like you, I like front designs too. So I don't really have.
It also depends on the design.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, like that FFF design right there, that could go on the front of a shirt. Mm-hmm. You know, so
yeah, and you know that's also a problem too with back prints too. Like our club logo is very long and skinny.
Yes.
And like when we do just like plain stuff, it looks so weird. It's just this long skinny logo just kind of hanging out at the top of the shirt with just this big blank canvas under it.
It's definitely hard. I have that with Grinder TV too.
The old logo.
It's still the logo, but like the full Grinder TV logo.
Mm-hmm.
It's very long and so you put it on a shirt and you just the rest of it's kind of
it's just kind of nothing.
Yeah.
So
S10 Kid, do y'all have any FFF club members on the East Coast? We do not.
No, I think the farthest east is our Indiana guys, I would say.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's Midwest, right? So and Houston.
I wonder on a map if Houston's a little farther east if you think about it.
I don't know.
You know how they say that it's like Northern California is like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, Indiana, that's the farthest east we got.
I am trying to get to little Brian's because he sent a thing, but then he also sent like a follow-up to it.
We have to one day we should talk about, just because we talk about this a lot, maybe this is maybe too inside baseball, but about like the club and like the chapters and having chapters and stuff. That'd be a good conversation.
It would be a good conversation because I do get hit up. We all get hit up a lot for chapters. And,
we do.
And we say no.
Yeah. As of right now, it's no.
As of probably forever, it's no.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. It's nothing against no one, and maybe
I
should say yes, and we should grow the club, but
I don't know.
There's reasons.
It's pretty nice.
I know. There's a reason for it, and I don't know. I know like a lot of people in the club feel this way. I know there's some people that don't, that they want to be in this big old thing, but it's just
it just works so well.
It works
right
well,
now.
and it loses its specialness. You know?
The hardest part that I have, and maybe this is where I need to take more responsibility, is when someone does hit me up on Instagram or social media or whatever. They're like, "Hey man, how do you join Forbidden Fantasy?" And it's like, well, you got to live next or close-ish to a chapter. And then usually, well, do you have a chapter in this state? No.
Yeah,
It's got to be maybe more honest.
I mean, that's it. There's no other way to really
Yeah.
slice and dice it. You know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that one day, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so little Brian says,
That's a novel.
I know. I wanted to ask if evolution wasn't a thing and you had to lock into one thing you've done,
Oh my gosh. Never mind.
which was or has been the most enjoyable? Grinder Mag, YouTube videos, BST clothing, podcasts, etc. The question is for both of you. I always say if I could lock into one era of technology, I'd lock it at the first gen cell phone so we could still contact each other in emergencies, but not so much that it distracts everyone as much from normal life the way it does. So that's kind of how I'm asking the question for both your brands.
Right. No, I get. Yeah, that's a good question because it's like a complicated question.
Yeah.
Because like the easy way out is to say like I like it right now because there's always new stuff happening and we're evolving and like
Yeah.
you know. But if I was, it's things to me. I've noticed a lot with like a lot of different whatever brands or companies or any kind of thing. It's always the most exciting in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, you have like this. It's almost like talking to those students earlier today about like where to start and what to do, and it's like. In the beginning, it's such a fresh idea, and like it's like when a band comes out with their first album.
Why didn't I sit like this from the get-go? This is, don't mind the socks. I like this. All right, go ahead.
Very casual.
It is. Yeah, I like it.
It's very laid back.
All right.
I can't do that. I got to sit straight. But you do.
I got it. Go ahead.
Look, don't fall asleep though.
I know I'm all.
Anyway, I was just saying that like it's like when a band comes out with their like debut album. They've thought about this idea for so long, and they've told themselves, if I could only just make an album, you know, or if I can only do this thing. And so, you know, that translates into what we were doing. I went through kind of like 2 iterations of that. The first time was developing my first brand, which was BST Clothing in 2003 when that other kid was born. But like I was excited. I was really, me and Angie were excited. We had all these ideas. We were fresh. And then doing that for a while. And then later on in like 2016, 2017, realizing that we need to switch into the next, what Brian is saying, the next evolution of the company was exciting again. Because all of a sudden now we're this different name and we're coming up with these new designs. And so, you know, and I think maybe that's the era. It's not one particular time, but it's a feeling. It's always having that feeling of excitement and something new and creating something new.
Yeah, because I don't get excited for certain things now like I used to. Mm-hmm. So same thing.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off or like just walk over here, but like, yeah, like there's some kid who's thinking like, if only I can produce a YouTube video, it would be so great, a car show video. And you have produced so many car show videos that you got to a point where you're like, this doesn't excite me anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I get excited when the video's done.
Me too.
And I get excited for the responses and the comments. So please leave a comment because it's very important to us for leaving comments. Mm-hmm. I get excited for that. I get excited when other people enjoy it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my good feeling. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like anything. But
you don't have like a particular, like he was saying, like you don't have you have particular time, place. No,
I can't. I don't know how I can answer that. Because I don't know. I really don't know.
Sorry, Brian.
Sorry.
He's like, oh well, okay.
Yeah. Maybe the river runs back in the late 90s.
Oh yeah.
Resolutions.
Yeah, you talk about that often.
I liked resolutions because it was cold and there was campfires everywhere, and it was just like you were bundled up. You know what I mean? Where the river runs were cool, but they were more like kind of crazy. Where Rezo, it was too cold to be crazy, and I liked crazy, but not like I might die crazy.
Which is like a whole episode by itself. We can talk about.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, I think maybe that's it. 2024 show season. There is one.
Oh, someone asked that?
Someone, Scotty, R.A. Scotty. He was like, he just said 2024 show season.
Oh, maybe he means like the shows
Like,
we're
what are we
going
gonna
to
go
Oh,
to,
okay. Yeah. We're going to hit all the normal ones. We were just talking about today, gearing up for LST and putting our plans together for mini nats.
Is there one show in 2024 that you want to go to that we have never been to?
Yeah, I get that. We get asked that a lot. I think about that a lot. Off the top of my head, I can't think of one that I don't know.
Camp and Drag?
Yeah, that's I was going to say that.
I want to go to Camp and Drag, but at the same time, I'm like, I only want to go if my truck's done.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to experience it with a vehicle. Mm-hmm. And it's just hot and muggy.
Do the Indiana guys go to that one?
Yeah.
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 Because that's like in their state,
It's
right?
in their state, yeah.
Yeah.
Sparks.
Well, that's
that
a good
one always seems good.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of good shows that we don't go to that we should go to, but again, it just comes down to time.
Yeah, because I don't want to say like, you asked me like, what's a show that you want to go to? Like, I don't want to say something and then feel obligated to do that. You know what I mean?
Or also forget another show. Because there's like the Pacific Northwest stuff. You know, Sitting Pretty, their shows. Back.
That's that's a good one actually. Yeah. If I was to say that I wanted to go to one that I didn't go, would be that one, the Sitting Pretty show. Because I never would, back in the day when it was how like the one that you used to go to, that you and Oliver went to Sitting Pretty, right?
Yeah.
Like I was watching that at home, watching you guys go on these adventures, and I was like, man, that looks so cool.
Yeah.
So that's one that I would want to do to hopefully, maybe fulfill that.
That's kind of, and then our buddy Bacon Media, he said, what's a dream show for you to attend?
Oh, you know what? I got it. I was just thinking about this this past weekend, Moon Eyes in Japan.
Yeah.
Or Shingo's show, the truck. Does Shingo put on Truck Masters?
No.
Shingo
has his own show. The Grounded. It's his Grounded show.
That's what he was. Yeah, because like he came out for the A Day to Remember show, and he was like hyping us up on that to come out. Yeah. I can't remember if it was the Truck Masters, but the Truck Masters is a Japanese show, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think a Japanese show would be cool. Moon Eyes, that was this past weekend, so that's the first one that came to mind. That one looks super cool. Maybe Moon Eyes in particular, because like there were mini trucks there, but there were also other builds there.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool. Like you've been to Japan,
but
I love the whole scene, how much attention to detail they put in to everything, you know?
Yeah, we're talking about going back to Japan in June. There's like a big group of people that want to go.
This is what Shingo's putting together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he said the show's within an hour of Tokyo, but then he lives an hour plane ride north of Tokyo.
Oh, and a plane ride?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like get on a plane. He lives in another city.
Oh, okay.
So we would do the Tokyo thing and then go up where he is, because he's got there's a lot of custom car stuff up there.
Oh, cool. And that's in June.
That's in June.
No, I wasn't invited. No, I was kidding. No, I was invited because that's what he was talking about.
Yeah. But he hasn't given me a date yet. So I'm like, well, we can't really plan around no date. Mm-hmm. I'd like to have a date now so I can look at plane tickets, because I need to get my passport renewed. And Australia too. I want to go back to Australia, ECC, which just happened 2 weekends ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's about it.
Yeah, dream shows for me would be going to Australia or Japan, either one of those places. And now that I'm a flyer, sort of.
You can handle the long flight?
At least, you know what? I heard it is better over the water. Like it's smoother.
Who said that?
I don't know. It's some YouTube video I saw.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. It's not better if that thing going down over water.
I don't know. Is it
night?
Though?
Imagine at night that thing lands in the water.
I mean, that thought is scary.
And there's people screaming, and there's just fire everywhere, and there's suitcases floating by.
You can just zoom in my face right now. Just like,
I think we'd have a better chance of, landing over land.
I've been talking another quick subject. I've been really hesitant to make my first flying video.
Oh yeah, why not?
Because I was looking at footage yesterday. Actually, I was actually going to
legitimately scared.
The terror on my face. I don't know. At the time, I was like, I want to show people. I'm comfortable. But reviewing the footage, I am terrified. My eyes are That's big.
We need to see it. The
I know.
people need to see it.
I know.
Make the dang video.
I know I need to, and I'm going to be very vulnerable, but I think it needs to be out there.
Glenn said, tire dressing before or after you clean the wheel?
You just came down my road, right? None.
I've never seen Frank clean his wheels.
Yeah, that's true.
Just kidding. That's mean.
But no, I hate tire dressing because like
it's really bad for your everything.
it just gets everywhere. It just dust because like even if you don't live on like 99% of people don't live on a dirt road, but even just dust in the air that it just like sucks it in. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
So no dressing for me, thanks.
Yeah, ranch, please. Mini Truck and Life on YouTube asks us this question. Question for both of you separately. What is your favorite video that you have made? Doesn't have to be your most viewed, but one that you personally were most proud of or felt it came together exactly how you wanted.
My favorite ones are the club videos. Like I always go back and watch those. So it kind of started. Erica at the Christmas parties a long time ago used to do like a slideshow thing,
Which were extremely too long, by the way. Sorry, Erica. I can't be too mad or talk too much crap because I did a slideshow one time. We had a banquet at my house, and I was like, it was before I was editing videos, so I used to love like music and the club and having a good time. And I made this like we put it on the TV. It was like an hour and a half long.
Oh shit!
An hour long or I don't know how much long, but it was extremely too long. And I was like in my head, I was like, everyone's gonna love this. And like 10 minutes in, people were like this.
I made a video one time. This is me putting myself on blast. Early on when my kids were playing softball, I made this video. Again, I made it too long.
Yeah.
Like if it was like a 2-minute video, it would have been awesome. Just like super fast, like some action, But I really wanted to like make sure every kid got some sort of spotlight, So
It's kind of like when we make show videos and we want to make sure every truck is in there.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So I take it to the team party and I'm like excited to show them. They start watching it, and the first 2 minutes, like, like, and by long, I mean it was 5 minutes. Which in video world, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
So by the end, they're like, yeah, and I got so offended. I did. I got so offended.
Erica's probably mad right now. She's like, they weren't too long. No, they were great.
No, I thought they were great. At least from my memory, they were good.
Yeah.
So I was like, so that was the SenCal Christmas parties, and so when we started up the SoCal Christmas parties again, I was like, oh, I make videos. I have all this footage. I'm gonna make something. So I made them like 2 years in a row. I like the second one better than the first, but yeah, man, just remember how earlier you were saying watching other people enjoy your videos?
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Like
I remember when the DVDs would come out, and I remember going to like an after party and at Slam Fest, we went to someone's house and they had put the DVD in, and I sat there and watched people's reaction.
That's cool.
When people would get up and leave, I'm all,
hey, what's wrong with you?
wait, this part's good. What were we talking about?
Favorite videos. I was talking about.
Oh yeah, so favorite videos. You're talking about the club videos.
The club videos are my favorite. I always go back and watch those. I'm gonna make another one. Obviously not for this Christmas party because it's this weekend. But I want to make another one. Been collecting footage.
Yeah.
I kind of, again after COVID, never really didn't really do it. So, but I think I'm ready to do it again. But those are my favorite.
Those are my favorite ones you do.
My favorite one of yours was the one I just shared today on social media. Well, one of my favorite ones is the graffiti truck video.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones of yours that I could go back and just watch anytime and just be like, just excited about it,
My favorite one that I've ever done is the SOWO, Southern Werther Sea.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah.
It was the first one I did because the second one I did went on the DVD, but I think I uploaded it also to YouTube eventually. But yeah, this first SOWO video, and it just came together well. Mm-hmm. The intro came together well. The shots came together well, and it wasn't like they weren't the best shot. Like I don't know, it just everything seemed to do really well. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, that's a good one. What about DVD? Which one was your favorite DVD?
The actual favorite DVD or the section of the DVD?
Oh, the whole DVD as a whole.
I don't know.
Mine would have to be the third one. That's the Hoagie's truck.
The Hoagie's was the second one.
Okay, then that one's my favorite one.
Okay.
Oh, third one was Carl's truck.
Yes. That's the third one was the one I did on my own. No, I think I had 2 in there that Braden filmed and edited. But like the second one, Cody helped me with. The first one was me and Cody. And yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
That's all the questions we have.
Oh, we were done.
we were. We're almost to an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, someone said. Oh no, someone didn't say it right here. 720 Tyler.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Who is? We're best friends now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
He says he's best friends with both of us now.
Well, I considered him my best friend before this.
Did you?
No. Just kidding. Sorry, Tyler.
He's like my fourth favorite Canadian.
Okay.
I would say my fourth favorite Canadian.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say my first. Well, my 1, 2, 3 are.
Well, Rich is definitely not in that top.
Rich is like top 16.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. How many members do we have in Canada? There's like
I don't know.
20 probably. Rich
Yeah,
is
I would
definitely
say.
in my top 19.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Rich is building Tyler's truck, by the way.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. That's
If you were really friends with Tyler, you would know that.
I'm
His
sorry.
720 that he's building.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the truck is cool.
Yeah. He said, how has the reception been about the news of your show going back to the Avi?
Oh, I would say great.
I would say great too.
Yeah.
Since the hotel sold out. Mm-hmm. And anyone listening, pre-reg is going to open the first week of January. Follow the Instagram page, FFF_show. That is where you will find all the Forbidden Fantasy information.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous.
I could see that.
Just because, I want it to be smooth and go over well. And I always have a little nervous, like an anxiety going into the show because
That's
I'm
natural.
always waiting for the phone call to go like, hey, something happened. We can't do it on the grass.
Right.
Or, hey, when they were doing the construction, like 2019, I think it was, when they were like, oh, you can't do it on the grass because we're doing wall construction. And it's like,
That was always looming, almost from the jump. It was always looming that they were going to do something, and every year it was like, are they going to do it? Or they're not going to do it. Okay, cool, it works out. So yeah, that's sort of just.
and they're so easy to work with because because we're easy to work with because we don't ask for much. They're like, what do you guys need? We're like, we just need the space to do it. We don't need tables, chairs. We don't need anything. And so they're so easy to work with that it almost feels like too easy. Because when we had our show at Lake Paris Fairgrounds for years and years and years, it was always a constant battle of stuff. And so when you go from like a constant battle where you're a nervous wreck to where it's like, so it's too easy, you're like, something's going to happen.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So that's the feeling I always get. But no, everything's good. Artwork should be done soon.
Oh, I'm excited about that because we don't even know who the trucks are. I mean,
I
do.
do.
You do,
Yeah.
obviously, but we don't.
No, I haven't told anyone.
Oh, that's right.
And I have Eric. Erica's been guessing because I told you she always gets mad at me. When we were at Dino's, she said, what'd she say? Oh, she was just going over like who's on this, because the way we decide who goes on the t-shirt is like kind of like a who's shown the most effort type thing, like, and they're probably sometimes wrong. You know what I mean? Like I might maybe pick stuff over some stuff that deserve. I don't know, but she was trying to guess who it was, and she didn't guess any of them.
Wow, man. I don't know. I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah. Do you have any guesses?
Well, if Eric didn't sell his truck, I would have said Eric. What would have been cool with Eric's truck is actually it be both vehicles, because one it was half graphic, half not graphic. So if you looked at it from the non-graphic, it's just a white.
It'd be a very boring truck.
It would be.
If my truck ever goes on the shirt, it'd be a very boring truck.
It's just a white
It's just
truck.
a white Tacoma.
Well, I guess it's the same as Joey's. It's just a red Tacoma.
Yeah, but it's red. It's like I don't
it's
know.
an
I think
interesting color.
of white. It's like I just think of a white T-shirt.
Oh, I know who it is. I
Who
just
is it?
figured it out. Do you want me to say?
Say it. Yeah.
All right, it's Matt with his
Matt.
C10.
Nope.
Oh, it's not. Oh, so I thought it was a good one.
That'd be a good one. Though.
That is because that thing's tough.
It is tough, but he's selling it already, so no.
Oh, okay.
If you sell your truck, if you like,
That's why Eric's out.
that's why Eric's out. that's just the way it goes. You can't just be like all willy nilly and get rid of it.
Right.
No.
Damn, I don't know. Wait, what does that say about me though? Really, if I can't guess, because like this is gonna sound so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna say? That like you're like we judge it on people who've done a lot to the truck, and I'm like I can't think of anybody.
That's because
It's
deep
just
down
a picture
inside,
of the Avi, and that's it.
Deep down inside, Frank doesn't pay attention to anyone except himself.
I mean, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm gonna own up to that. You're
Yeah.
not wrong. Sometimes I go off in my own thing for a while.
Sometimes.
A lot of the time. It's a defense mechanism. But no, I can't. I honestly can't think of anybody. Unless you're going to...
we have... Look at Will with the C10.
Oh.
You can't think of him? He built that entire truck by himself in that garage.
That's true. Did you just tell me?
No, he's not going.
Joey, maybe has Joey's Tundra been on a shirt yet?
No, but he's never had it out.
That's
he
true.
took it to like one show.
That's true. Which was our show that one time.
No, he also took
he took it to Oregon.
Oregon, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it, and I'm gonna come back with some guesses.
Yeah.
When are you gonna drop it?
Whenever I get it.
So
I don't even know when I'm going to get it. I've been pressing him to do it. Mm-hmm. So, like, Will would be a good contention with this C10.
Yeah,
and so
that's
would
a good
Matt,
one.
because both of those guys built those trucks.
Yeah.
By them in their garage. Mm-hmm. And they both have, like, V8s in them. Mm-hmm. And they both, like, they're just both really cool trucks.
Matt's next year, the year of the C10s.
I know. We're going to have a C10, 2 C10s on a mini truck show shirt.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's always a weird
Hey,
thing.
man, we'll do whatever we want.
We do what we want.
Who cares?
Yeah.
But I'm going to put a thought in. That's kind of interesting to talk about.
What is that?
That's the hold on, let me grab it.
Oh, yes. So at RCC today, since I had no room in my truck coming home from the Freaks of Nature show, our 30th anniversary show,
Yeah.
Day to Remember, Eric took that home, and he wanted you to have it.
So for our viewers, you can see it, but for our listeners, at the Day to Remember show, we won club participation.
Yes.
Which was a big deal. Like, that's a big deal.
Did you also know that we won club participation at Turkey Drag this last week?
I heard that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was all of our Texas dudes holding it down.
All of just Dallas.
Oh, that was just Dallas.
Just Dallas. I don't think
wow.
anyone from Houston went.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they rolled they said 17 trucks, something like that. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, so this, to describe it, it's a small ice box, a cooler, like a vintage cooler, which is has a pop top on it. So it's modeled after a vintage cooler that's painted with skulls. It says club participation. And then you said, oh yeah, you're gonna like it because it has painted up like a Raider, like Raiders. So in my mind, I'm thinking so it's silver and black. Okay, I get it. No, it literally has a Raiders logo on the back of it.
Yeah, which is super weird.
It's just, well, I mean,
Las Vegas.
Well, Freaks Las Vegas hosts a show.
Yeah.
So I mean that makes sense.
But football, I don't get the football. I don't get the football reference.
Yeah, Raiders. It's just Raiders Las Vegas. And then it's got some Punisher skulls all over it.
I feel like someone had that ice chest and then they just, on the other side, printed club participation on it.
I think you might have just nailed it.
Like Friday of the show, they're like, hey, we didn't make a club participation trophy.
Yeah.
Can you just tag club participation on the other side?
Some guy's pulling a beer out of his cooler and then they're like, hey! No, we're very grateful. We're very grateful. Thank you to Freaks of Nature for it, and we're really proud of it. And now I guess I'm gonna rehome it.
That's yours.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Well, that's okay. Who has? I think actually Glenn, because we won club participation. No, at the Dream Big Drive Low show.
You won the lowest.
Our
club.
friend Jesse, who puts that show on. Yeah, we won lowest club.
Remember, wasn't No Regrets staring at you guys?
Oh my god, dude!
Wait a minute, we have the most body drops here.
I had to go get it. So we're standing there. I'm filming. I'm because I was closest to the stage because I'm filming. Doing my thing. Blah blah. And lowest club goes to Forbidden Fantasy. And I thought they were joking. I'm all, and then I'm like, oh no, they're serious. And I'm like, so I walk up and it's this beautifully painted skateboard. It's so nice. And and all of No Regrets is standing right there. And I'm walking by, like,
and we had 2 body drops there.
Yeah. Yes. Well, they thought my truck was body dropped.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was a little awkward. Munchie's just giving me just daggers. I'm
stank eye.
Like, sorry. But I think, I don't know. Does Eric have that? Or maybe Glenn?
I don't know who has that. I've never
one.
even seen it.
Yeah, I don't know who has that one. Yeah, that's the one that Eric wanted to keep. He's like, you can have this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Again, not that sounds bad. I'm sorry.
If anyone has if anyone in Freaks has the backstory to this ice chest,
yeah, why does
know.
it have the Raiders logo on it? I mean, I do actually. Funny enough, I do like the Raiders.
I mean, it's a cool award.
Yeah,
a vintage cooler with Las Vegas Raider, all this stuff. The reasoning.
Yeah.
Was it I don't know.
No, but great. I'm greatly appreciative of it.
Your wife Angie is home. I saw her walk by.
Yeah, she is home now. The kids are gonna home now. Things are gonna get loud. So
You're making dinner. You said.
I am making dinner.
What are you making?
I'm making Alfredo spaghetti with shrimp scampi.
Alfredo spaghetti. There's no onions or anything in nothing in that.
No, there's gonna be some spinach in it.
I can handle that.
Okay, it's like chopped up really fine.
That's fine.
Yeah,
It doesn't have a crunch.
No
Spinach
crunch.
is like soft and
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm good with spinach.
Okay, cool. So it's got some spinach in it, and it's got shrimp, and Alfredo sauce and pasta.
Do you make the Alfredo sauce from home? Is it Prego?
You relax, okay?
I gotta go eat one of my cold burritos. Can I use your microwave?
You're like just looking at you like, nah,
Prego Alfredo sauce?
or whatever. It doesn't. I don't really have a preference. I did try that one that you were like where guys are all
the Rouse one?
Yeah, not good.
It's good. Yeah, it's because it's good that you didn't like it.
No, man, it was like, well, maybe I got.
Well, you got the wrong one.
Yeah, I
you
got
like a weird
garlic.
one.
Yeah, I got like a garlic.
I just
thing.
get the basic like meat sauce.
Maybe I need to try that because this I'm like this is anything.
I like it because if I make homemade spaghetti sauce, that's the closest. The Rouse was the closest one to the homemade one. Okay. It's got the least amount of ingredients. It's more like natural and stuff.
I'll give it another shot. But anyway,
Yeah, buy the right one this time.
sorry. Anyway,
All right.
we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Later.